Good morning and welcome to our in-depth exploration of a story that's been making headlines and sparking conversations across the nation. We aim to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of the situation, separating fact from speculation, and offering a balanced perspective on the events that have unfolded. Today, we're diving into the story of GloRilla, a name that, until recently, was synonymous with chart-topping hits and electrifying performances. She's not just another face in the crowd. She's one of hip-hop's fastest-rising stars, a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. Her unique sound and undeniable stage presence have captivated audiences worldwide. Born Gloria Hallelujah Woods in the vibrant city of Memphis, Tennessee, a place known for its rich musical heritage and influential contributions to blues, rock and roll, and now, hip-hop. She's known for her raw, energetic music, a sound that resonates with a generation seeking authenticity and unfiltered expression. Her performances are nothing short of explosive, leaving audiences wanting more. And it's not just her music, it's her unapologetic authenticity that has endeared her to fans around the globe. She presents herself as she is, without pretense or artifice. Her breakout hit, FNF Let's Go, a track that perfectly encapsulates her bold and fearless attitude, went viral in 2022, catapulting her into the mainstream and solidifying her position as a rising star in the hip-hop world. The song became an anthem, resonating with listeners from all walks of life. The success of FNF was not just a fleeting moment of internet fame, it was a testament to her talent and potential, earning her a Grammy nomination, a prestigious recognition of her artistry. This nomination launched her into the national spotlight, opening doors to collaborations, endorsements, and a level of recognition that few artists achieve so early in their careers. Since then, she's dropped tracks like Tomorrow 2 with Cardi B, further cementing her status as a major player in the industry and showcasing her ability to collaborate with established artists. Her talent and unique style have caught the attention of icons like Rihanna, a testament to her growing influence and impact on the music scene. GloRilla represents a new wave of female rappers, a generation of artists who are breaking down barriers and challenging traditional norms in a male-dominated industry. She's bold, unafraid to speak her mind and express herself authentically through her music and persona. She's confident, commanding attention with her presence and unwavering self-assurance, and above all, she's real, connecting with fans on a genuine level. But recently, her name has been in the headlines not for her musical achievements, but for a very different reason, a turn of events that has shocked fans and raised serious questions. A home invasion, a violation of personal space and security, a police investigation involving law enforcement and the pursuit of justice, and a sudden arrest have thrust her into a situation far removed from the glitz and glamour of the music industry. These events have put her at the center of a legal storm, a complex and potentially life-altering situation. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. It's a situation with layers of complexity and implications that extend beyond the realm of entertainment. It's a story with real consequences, impacting not only GloRilla's life, but also raising broader questions about fame, justice, and the pressures faced by young artists in the spotlight. The legal proceedings could have significant ramifications for her career, potentially impacting her ability to record, perform, and maintain her hard-earned success. Beyond the personal impact, this case also touches on the broader conversation about justice, fairness, and the complexities of the legal system. As we break down what happened, examining the available evidence and analyzing the key events, we'll look at how a rising star's life changed overnight, transforming her from a celebrated artist to a figure embroiled in legal controversy. From victim to suspect, the shift in her legal status is a dramatic twist that demands careful examination. GloRilla's journey is a reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and the challenges that come with fame and success. It's a stark illustration of how quickly things can turn, and how even the brightest stars can face unexpected storms. Let's explore the facts, separating them from speculation and rumor, the fallout, examining the impact on her career and personal life, and what this means for her future, and the broader landscape of hip-hop. We'll delve into the details of this case and its potential implications for one of music's brightest new voices. Here's what you need to know to understand the complexities of this developing story. The trouble started with a crime against GloRilla, a violation of her personal space and a direct threat to her family's safety. It was an incident that would quickly spiral into something far more complex than a simple break-in. Not by her. She was, in the initial reports, the victim of a brazen home invasion. In the early hours of July 20th, 2025, around 1:30 a.m., under the cloak of darkness, her Forsyth County, Georgia home, nestled in a quiet suburban neighborhood, was broken into, the sanctity of the residence shattered by unwanted intruders, while she was away, adding an extra layer of vulnerability to the situation. GloRilla herself was not present during the harrowing event. Family members were inside, unaware of the danger that was about to unfold, when 3 suspects forced entry, their intentions clear and their actions swift and decisive, targeting high-value jewelry, indicating a pre-planned operation with specific items in mind. An armed family member, acting in self-defense and to protect their loved ones, fired a shot, scaring off the intruders, causing them to abandon their mission and flee into the night. The aftermath was chaos, a scene of disarray and fear for those inside, the psychological impact of the home invasion leaving a lasting mark. Police arrived around 1:30 a.m., responding to the emergency call and securing the perimeter, focusing on the burglary and the shaken family, gathering evidence and taking statements to piece together the events of the night. At this point, GloRilla was simply the victim, a celebrity whose home had been violated, her property violated, her family traumatized by the terrifying ordeal. The story was about a celebrity's home being targeted, drawing public sympathy and concern from fans and the wider community. But as police investigated, meticulously examining the evidence and following leads, the focus would soon shift in a way no one expected, revealing a hidden layer of complexity to the case. What began as a search for burglars, a straightforward investigation into a home invasion, would soon become something much more complicated, entangled in a web of unexpected connections and revelations. The next twist changed everything, altering the course of the investigation and casting a new light on the events that transpired that night. As deputies combed the scene for burglary evidence, they noticed a strong smell of marijuana. This led them to search further, eventually finding a significant amount of marijuana in the master bedroom closet. In Georgia, possession over 1 ounce is a felony. Suddenly, the investigation expanded from a home invasion to a potential drug case. Sheriff Ron Freeman acknowledged the complexity. GloRilla was a crime victim, but the law required action on the drugs. Now, police were balancing 2 cases. One as victim, one as suspect. The discovery set the stage for GloRilla's legal troubles. The focus shifted from catching burglars to charging the homeowner. The story had taken a dramatic turn. The marijuana discovery led to a warrant for GloRilla's arrest, even though she was out of state during the break-in. On July 22, 2025, she was taken into custody in Forsyth County, charged with 2 felonies, possession of a controlled substance and marijuana over 1 ounce. The news spread fast. One moment she's performing at the WNBA All-Star Game, the next she's facing serious charges. This wasn't her first legal issue in Georgia. She'd been arrested for DUI in 2024. After posting a $22,000 bond, she was released the same day. But the charges stuck, and the legal battle was just beginning. For GloRilla, the shift from victim to accused was swift and public. Now her future hung in the balance. The world was watching. In the wake of GloRilla's recent legal entanglement, her legal team responded swiftly and decisively, mounting a robust defense strategy. They understood the importance of acting quickly to shape the narrative and protect their clients' interests. They didn't hold back, blasting the sheriff's office for what they perceived as misplaced priorities and a misallocation of resources. The legal team questioned the focus on GloRilla's case when more pressing issues remained unresolved. Leading the charge were prominent attorneys Marissa Goldberg and Drew Findling, known for their experience in high-profile cases and their dedication to their clients. They argued that the real focus should be squarely on the violent home invasion that had traumatized GloRilla and her family, emphasizing the need to bring the perpetrators to justice. The attorneys asserted that the presence of marijuana should not overshadow the severity of the crime committed against their client. They emphasized the profound trauma her family endured as a result of the home invasion, highlighting the emotional and psychological impact of the event. In their statement, they were adamant in calling GloRilla a victim in this scenario, not a suspect deserving of prosecution. Their statement pointed out the glaring fact that the burglars, the actual perpetrators of the violent crime, remained at large, evading capture. All the while, police were actively pursuing drug charges against the homeowner GloRilla, diverting resources away from apprehending the real criminals. "This is our tax dollars at work," they said, expressing their dismay at the perceived misuse of public funds. They questioned the logic and fairness of spending valuable resources prosecuting a victim of a violent crime. Their strategy: to shift public sympathy back to GloRilla, framing her as the victim of a crime rather than a criminal, and to put law enforcement under scrutiny for their handling of the case and their allocation of resources. The legal team's carefully crafted message resonated with many, sparking widespread discussion and debate, about the very essence of justice and the priorities of the legal system. The case was rapidly evolving, becoming far more than just about the presence of drugs. It was about fundamental questions of fairness, equality, and who the system ultimately chooses to protect and serve. The battle lines were drawn, setting the stage for a complex and closely watched legal showdown. Georgia's marijuana laws are among the strictest in the country. Possession of more than 1 ounce is a felony, carrying up to 10 years in prison. GloRilla's defense will likely challenge the legality of the search, arguing police overstepped after responding to a burglary. They'll also argue she wasn't home and had no control over the drugs at the time. Another angle: jury nullification, convincing jurors the law is unjust or unfairly applied. The case is about more than just possession. It's about how laws are enforced and who gets prosecuted. GloRilla's lawyers are building a narrative of injustice, hoping to sway both the court and public opinion. The stakes are high, and the outcome could set a precedent. The legal fight is just beginning. Public reaction has been split. Many see GloRilla as a victim of over-policing, especially as a successful Black woman targeted after a crime. Others argue the law must be applied equally, regardless of fame. Legally, prosecutors must prove she had possession, actual or constructive, of the marijuana. With families staying in the house and GloRilla out of town, that won't be easy. The case also spotlights Georgia's harsh drug laws, contrasting with more lenient states. For some, it's about outdated policies. For others, it's about accountability. GloRilla's case is now a flashpoint in the debate over drug reform and justice. The outcome could have ripple effects far beyond her own story. This legal crisis comes at a pivotal moment for GloRilla's career. She's become a major force in hip-hop, with viral hits and high-profile endorsements. Her performance at the WNBA All-Star Game, just hours after the break-in, showed her resilience and professionalism. But felony charges threaten her momentum. Brand deals, travel, and even her freedom are at risk. The music industry can be unforgiving when legal trouble hits. Still, her fans have rallied, seeing her as a fighter facing another challenge. How she handles this could define her legacy. For now, GloRilla remains focused, but the stakes have never been higher. The next chapter will be crucial. GloRilla's arrest is more than a celebrity headline. It's a window into bigger issues. It started as a home invasion, but became a debate about justice, policing, and drug laws. The case highlights the stark differences in marijuana laws across the U.S. Critics question why police shifted focus from violent criminals to a non-violent drug offense. Her lawyer's response has sparked a conversation about law enforcement priorities and public safety. GloRilla's story is now a symbol of the intersection between fame, crime, and social justice. How it ends will be watched by fans, legal experts, and advocates alike. Behind the headlines, it's a story about justice, resilience, and the questions we ask about our laws.